right, folks. Spawn animated series is what we're covering right now as part of our Saturday morning cartoon appreciation, animation appreciation, I guess, because trust me, this would definitely not be part of Saturday morning cartoons. It's graphic, it's intense, and it is also fantastic. Keith David's voice is still the driving force behind bringing Al Simmons' Spawn to life. This is all sort of culminating with the first 5 episodes with Spawn becoming Spawn, sort of like that great power comes great responsibility. Will he choose to be a killer and drift further into what the Hellspawn stereotype is, or will he do something to be more like the anti-hero and the vigilante? And when we left off, you're going to have, you have a little bit of the backstory with what's been going on, but basically Cyan had been kidnapped, and you end up with the death of the preacher. And in the meantime, it kind of messes up the sort of like the infrastructure of when and who everybody is and what they're trying to accomplish. And here you can see, the clown has manipulated the situation so that it gets Cyan vulnerable to get kidnapped, to get picked up. Okay. So we fast forward through the end of that episode into now, and Spawn is on the hunt. He's trying to piece together what's going on. The mafia, Spawn's interrogating where to go. The mafia try to get the drop on Billy. Billy's not having it. Billy, of course, um, takes them out, and Cyan is still at risk. So, and then you end up with just sort of like the filler stuff of all the other loose ends. Like I said, nothing's going to really come to fruition. We're not going to have a chapel throwdown yet. We're not going to have a lot of that kind of stuff in place yet. You have Terry and Wanda bemoaning, where's our little girl? We're going to follow you guys, that kind of thing. But what you do get, which I do enjoy, of course, is you do get Sam and Twitch. Sam and Twitch has really figured things out. They've kind of pieced everything together in parallel to what actually has happened. They actually don't have their facts 100% aligned, but close enough, right? They know the senator now running for president. They know the illegitimate son, the baby killer, the alley, the reporter. They're piecing everything together. Spawn is an outlier to that, and really Win is an outlier to that. Chapel's an outlier to that, but you do get a little bit of this. I will say I thought the animation on Twitch up close with the really look the broom nose was a little funny in this episode. A little different. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't pick up on that as much in the previous episodes. But anyway, so this is all going pretty well, and you kind of get this culmination of Billy. He's ready. He's kind of got like this creepy, weird candlelight altar sort of approach to everything as he kind of unmasks Cyan, and then Spawn shows up. Now, Spawn gets he gets engulfed in flames. So when he does, it's causing him to have like a mental torment moment, a flashback, if you will, to his death and being in hell as Billy and Cyan kind of get away. And here's Sam and Twitch chasing. You kind of have to pay a little close attention because it's pretty quick where you can figure out that Spawn actually makes it on top of the vehicle. It's a quick shot. You don't have much to work with there. And this is the clown cheering from the rooftop. Cheer for the death. Cheer for the murder. All that kind of chaos. So here's the sequence. It's an action sequence, and I will say it is kind of fun. The clown laughing himself, like he always ends up rolling backwards, things like that. But Billy thinking that he's going to be able to get away from the situation because of Spawn. He's on the rooftop, and of course there he is with the knife and Cyan. Chaos breaks out as Sam and Twitch show up, and you sort of get this. You get this pivotal moment with what will Spawn do? Clowns like cheering for death. Which, by the way, notice how they changed the direction of the shot. Like it's completely opposite. Thought that was a little weird. Will Spawn do it or not? And this is sort of like that moment where, and the camera moves away, not in. So it's sort of like it's de-escalating the situation. So as far as the editing goes, everything is done very, very well to what you would want to have happen. And of course, Bill E is sort of like really dealt with that sort of like the green light, the green effects that you would want from the comic book. Kind of puts Billy in his place, so And then of course the clown is so mad he goes over and actually pulls out a gun and takes care of Billy. which I did not care for that part, but it is what it is. They remind us, for any of you guys at home, knowing he becomes the Violator quickly, as Spawn walks away with Cyan. The clown is at a loss as he becomes the Violator, and then Sad Spawn has to see Cyan go back to Wanda. He's not really part of their world anymore. But what he did do was he gave Cyan their wedding ring. So she kind of has this moment of like, it was Al. So I really like that. I don't think they gave me, see, they kind of give us a little bit of what we want, but they don't really give us the money shot on the roof. You know what I mean? I really wanted I mean, because if you look at, like, some of the best elements of Spawn is that cape billowing, things like that. We get a little, but it's not. So that would be my only disappointment, is so I didn't get that sort of like end of the season Spawn with the cross in the background with the cape flowing. I know it's like been done by Batman, but reality is Spawn's moniker is even more on this enormous cape that has sort of a life of its own. So great first season, great way to start, great adaptations. I mean, it's a sort of a life of its own, alternate universe to the comics, but it enhances the comics, and you feel like it doesn't have to undermine or distract too much from what the original source material was. It feels like it all fits pretty well. So that's my take on it. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but I'd love to hear from you. And we'll definitely probably take a break, but we'll come back to Spawn and get into season 2. Take care, everybody. I am Pops.